Welcome back to Talking Hearthstone, everybody. I am Tito Santana. This is the podcast where we talk about Hearthstone. This is episode 2. So our first episode is in the books. Been very happy with all the feedback we've gotten so far, so please keep it coming. A lot of constructive criticism, a lot of positive enforcement, so thank you so much. I do plan on trying to find the right cadence for the show that works for me. I know ideally a podcast is always on Tuesdays or Fridays or whatnot, and you know that, hey, it's Tuesday, I'm going for my walk with my dog, I'm going to listen to Tito talk. I'll get there over the next couple weeks. It's one of my main goals to kind of figure out how this fits into my schedule. My schedule has been kind of weird the last couple weeks with a few different things happening, including my Twitch engagement this week, which I'll talk about in a couple seconds. But I promise you I will get to something consistent over the next couple weeks. Just have a little bit of patience with me and we'll find our rhythm. Right now, I do plan on trying to do 2 episodes a week. And I also plan on putting these episodes as a podcast on your podcatcher of choice and as YouTube. The first episode is on YouTube. I also plan on exclusively on YouTube putting out a couple extra gameplay videos. So I know that gameplay videos aren't the biggest draw, but I'm going to use them to work on my editing skills. I'm going to keep it very simple at first. And I'm also going to work on just calling more games like this out loud, talking about everything, and just get some more practice at it. So if you want, you can follow me. Just search Tito Santana HS. You'll be able to find my channel and subscribe to it. We'll have those games out there, and we'll also have this podcast out there. This is like my 4th take of doing episode 2. The first one, I had some audio issues. The second one, I had some other technical issues. The first one, I had a really good game, but the problem was that the audio issues, there was a little too much crackling, and it was kind of not good. I would have tried to roll with it if it wasn't that bad, but I had just hooked up my Focusrite, which is a kind of in-between piece of equipment that goes between my microphone and my computer, my guitar and my computer. Don't worry, I will not be playing any guitar. But I had the gain, I think, up a little too high, and if I got a little too close to the mic, it was getting a little crackly. It's kind of a fine balance. Audio is never fun, but we're figuring it out. So I'm hopefully that this will be a good episode as far as everything's working correctly. So, as I mentioned before, this week I am doing a week-long streamathon type thing. I'm calling it Tito's Totally Terrific Twitch Takeover. We are giving away a standard Perils in Paradise bundle, courtesy of Blizzard and Amberflight Gaming. There are several different ways that you can enter this. I'm going to try to go through these real quick. The special one that you're only going to hear about here is that you can email the show at talkinhearthstone@gmail.com. That's TALKIN Hearthstone@gmail.com. Email will also be in the show notes. And just suggest a deck for next week or for a future episode that you'd like to see me talk about. Also, any feedback and constructive criticism would be welcome as well. But all you have to do is do that, and you get an entry. Now, when I say an entry, I'm not doing this thing where we have everyone buy a ticket in Twitch chat and then we do a roll of everyone that's there. I want to reach a diverse audience, and the whole goal of my week of streaming is to try to draw some more folks in. I'm not looking to farm money. I'm not looking to get subs or bits, but obviously feel free. I would appreciate them, but I'm just trying to build up some engagement. So all these things are ways to get you to engage with my content. So let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. So that's one way to enter. The drawing will be at 10 p.m. on June 29th, Eastern Time. You do not have to be there. If you have an entry, you have an entry, and I will reach out to you if you are the winner. You can also listen to this week's episode of Bread and Butter, which I will be recording tonight with Blisterguy and Stormrage. So if you... just like I mentioned here, how you could do something by emailing the show, we will talk about that on the Bread and Butter show. You can also, that will get you one entry. You can also leave a 5-star review for either of these podcasts, Bread and Butter or Talking Hearthstone, on iTunes or bonusroll.gg. If you do all 4 of those things that we just mentioned, that's 4 entries, and that's quadruple your chance to win this bundle. You can also stop by our stream at twitch.tv/Tito Santana HS. We will be there every day this week between 5 p.m. Eastern Time at midnight. And today won't matter because you won't get this until probably I'm already streaming. But I'm going to try to stream a little bit more than that, a little earlier, lunchtime streams. Not sure. Depends on how the week goes, but we'll at least be there from 5 to 12. And we'll have little opportunities for you to win entries. Like there is a couple. I do have a redeem that if you can challenge me to a game of Hearthstone, and if you win, you get an entry. So far, I'm 1-1. If something happens on stream, like we beat the first boss in Hades 2 yesterday, so we everyone that was there let me know, and then we gave them an entry. We might do some battlegrounds, so just some fun. We're just trying to have some engagement. Trying to build up a little bit of a community, so love to have you there, and if you're there, you'll have an opportunity to win more. Also, this week, we're going to have a couple guests. Like, we're going to have Draco Cat come on and play some Demon Hunter with me. We're going to have Judge come on. We're going to do some arena stuff, so that should all be fun. I keep an eye on my Twitter, Tito Santana HS, and when those things are coming up, I will let you know. There is one other way that you can earn 10 entries into the drawing. That's right, 10 entries. So instead of the quadruple, in addition to the quadruple, the 4 ones you can get earlier, you can get 10 additional ones. And that's to donate to the Trevor Project through Amber Flight Gaming. It's https://tiltify, tiltify.amber-flight-gaming/@amber-pride-2024. You give a donation to the Trevor Project, which is probably the most important thing we're doing here, and you add in the comments hashtag Tito Bundle. We will get you 10 entries into the drawing. Now, if you forget to add the comment, just let me know. We can just double check, make sure you're there, and we'll get you there. So that is the most important thing. I'll have all this information in the show notes. So we'll go from there. Hopefully we get to see you in stream. So let's get to the slander of the week that came from the other side of the world. Now, there's already drama. It's only my first week, and we already have some drama. But I do come with receipts, so I'm going to roll the clip right now.
Tito Santana from the Bread and Butter podcast, who's also just started his own Talking Hearthstone podcast. I think it was Talkin Hearthstone. So that's cool. He's basically blatantly ripping off our format here.
All right, now let me be clear about several things. There is no walking anywhere. I'm recording this on PC. I'm sitting down. Now I have a standing desk. I might stand up. I might pace a little bit. I might sway or bob, but I guarantee you there will not be any walking anywhere. Additionally, I'm currently between jobs. So even if I was walking, which I'm not, I don't have a place to go to. I don't have a job to go to. So there will be no walking to work for now. So this completely different show. Also, and this is probably the most important part, I think we all listen to podcasts while we're walking, or even when we're sitting there, whatever. I listen to podcasts while I'm walking my dog. I usually listen to them at about 1.5 speed so I can get through all the content. And when I listen to Blisterguy talk on his podcast, I get so tired and out of breath. I feel like I ran a marathon. He's struggling to talk while he's talking and walking and dodging cars and buses and spiders with knives and all the weird stuff they have down there in Australia. So you listen to this show, you're not going to feel like you just ran a mile after it's over. So, you know, we're doing a totally different thing. And also, I don't have a charming accent to fall back on. I'm not a big fan of my voice, which is kind of weird to say because I'm doing a podcast and I'm talking and putting my voice out into the world. But I'm from New England. We don't talk that good. So you're not going to hear this charming accent. You're going to hear me. So we don't even have that to fall back on. So it's a completely, totally different show. Now, in all seriousness, I'm sure you know we all love Blisterguy. Fantastic member of the community. He did say a little bit after that about how, you know, we already talked about this. Before I even started this project, I said, hey, I want to do something similar. And, you know, I think that the way he does the games at the end, and hopefully the way I do the games at the end now, is great for the hearing impaired community, because we talked about this last week. I'm not going to get back into all that, but I think the more content there is out there for them, the better. So adding that to maybe just finding my own voice, it will be a different show. There'll be some similarities, but it'll be a different show. It's kind of going to be a little bit more like a hybrid of walking to work and Off Curve, if you remember, Wicked show that he was running before he became a permanent host on Coin Concede. So we'll get there. But I talk to Blisterguy all the time. We talk about family, music, Hearthstone, podcasting. He knows that I'm doing this, and it's all in good fun. So thank you, Blisterguy, for everything. All right, moving on. So there's not enough cards out in Perils of Paradise to really kind of group up any cards and start talking about them. We haven't got a whole lot of class cards yet. In fact, I'm not sure we got any class cards yet outside of the reveal video. So we're going to wait to talk about cards. Hopefully we have enough time to talk about them between now and when the set release. I think we will. I want to break down probably each class, maybe in its own episode. So we'll wait till we have more information about that. So I know that Coin Concede and other shows have been talking about the cards, so you can go ahead and go over there and listen. But we're going to evaluate the whole thing as a whole, each class. So I guess now we're going to talk about the deck we're going to play today. And we are going to play Wishing Rogue. Now, Wishing Rogue, in my opinion, is just basically Excavation Rogue, but with some cards removed and some coin generation cards and wells thrown in. So our key cards in this deck are the Excavation package, which gets you random stuff in your Scorpion. That's what Rogue does now. You have Valrock, who used to be this meta tyrant and is still a really good card, but now it just feels like a solid card. It doesn't feel like you don't feel oppressed when they play it. We also have various ways to generate coins, like Dart Throw and Greedy Partner, and there's a couple others. Obviously, we have Wishing Well, because we need to use the coins to generate 1 mana legendaries. We have Test as a finisher, which works well with both the Excavation package and the random legendaries. And we also, I'm not saying this is a key card, but we're also featuring Bounce Around, featuring Garona in this list. I wouldn't call it key. I'm not even sure it belongs in the deck, but in the list I picked, it's there. So we are going to play it. So I am going to switch over to the Hearthstone client, and we are going to play this game. I actually did this once before, but we queued up the wrong game. We queued up into a Paladin, because I usually play Paladin. But this time we're for sure going to play Wishing Well. So this is actually going to be a different game than the game that I was originally going to record, but going through editing, the volume of the game sound was too loud and you couldn't really hear me over the game sound. So hopefully this is a little better. So we drew a Wishing Well, a Kobold Miner, and a Stick Up. We are going first. We're playing another Rogue. We're going to toss all of this but the Kobold Miner. I only keep Stick Up if I happen to have the Velrock in hand. And I might keep the well if I was on the coin, but probably not, because I don't want to coin out the coin because I want to use it. So we now have preparation, 2 Kobold Miners and a Bloodrock Shovel. So we're going to play the Bloodrock Shovel, swing face.
Justice is mine!
And pass the turn. They are also playing a Bloodrock Shovel and swinging face. We're both at 29 health. I drew a Greedy Partner, which is really good. I'm going to actually play... Actually, no, I'm going to play a Kobold Miner this turn.
But justice is mine!
Because that gives me some options this turn as far as still playing another Kobold Miner, playing the Greedy Partner, and plus I'll have the 1 mana spell, which was a Water Source in this case, which is the card. They swung with their weapon and cleared out my Kobold Miner, which is fine. We just drew Test, which is great for later, but not for now. So we're gonna
Justice is mine.
See what we draw. And that gives us a Falling Stalactite, a good card, but nothing we're gonna use right now. So I'm just gonna Greedy Partner here. Grab that coin.
You fool!
And I'm gonna heal myself in the face. So that draws us a Burrow Buster. So we are now at 30 health with a 2/3 on board. They're at 26 health. With 1 swing left of their Bloodrock weapon. So far so good. We're not overly tempo-ish, but we're doing okay. So they just coined and prepped out a pit stop. And they drew, I'm assuming they drew...
No gems escape from really good end.
which is I don't think they swung with their weapon, which is interesting. Alright, so I am going to... We just drew a Swashbuckler. I have a couple different options. I could coin out a Burrow Buster and run that into the Drilly, but I want to save my coins ideally for, you know, our Wishing Well. So you know, I want to stick to the theme of that. So I'm going to swing my greedy partner into Drilly. I'm going to play Falling Stalactites. And that's going to make me a Azurite Gem, which discover a 5-course card. It costs 0. I could coin prep that out, but I don't think that's the best use of my resources here, so we're just going to pass the turn. Next turn, we're likely looking at a Burrow Buster. They play a Steelhide Null. Oh, and they have a pouch of coins. We would have loved a pouch of coins off the escape. That's another great thing. If the coins there, the pouch of coins is really useful. Alright, we just grew a Greedy Partner, but we don't have another 2-cost minion on deck. I'm just going to Burrow Buster here. So now I have a 6-2, they have a 3-1 with Reborn. I have a Azurite Scorpion in hand. We're feeling okay. They're double coining. Something for 7 mana. Preparation. Azurite Scorpion. Clearing their space. Now they have a spell that's pretty important. So they're playing a pit stop now. They're probably grabbing their Zilliax. They're going to rehydrate their face. They're now 29 health. They're going to play Hidden Objects. Which... Hidden Object is discover secrets that it's cost to run. And so they just played 2 secrets. They played a Mage Secret and a Hunter Secret. Their Scorpion. And they just breakdance their Scorpion. Minion with the Steelhide Knoll, killing both, but they had Reborn, so they still have a 3-1 on board, and they left their 5-5 breakdance. So that makes things interesting for us as well. So I think we want to also see what we get off of the Scorpion at this point. So I am going to do very similar things. I'm going to coin, I'm going to trap, I'm going to play the Scorpion. We have now a mass production, we have a pop-up book, we have a Power of the Wild, and we have Shadow. So our first spell is free. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to most do. I'm probably the Azurite Gem. Okay, so our choices are Sandbox Scoundrel, which is a pretty good card in our deck. The Replicanator, which is 5 Neutralize Gigantify. I'm going to take the Sandbox Scoundrel. We're going to play the Scoundrel.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate!
We're going to do 5 damage to Great Dance. We're going to Power of the Wild. We're going to summon the 3-2 Panther. And I'm going to pop up with their face. We'll run out of it. One thing about Rogue when you're playing these is you don't want to wait till the end of your turn to be doing things. There's a lot of decisions, not just order of operations. You're generating a lot of things, so you need to give yourself time to figure out how to take advantage of the things you're generating. So they just the Living Stone, and then they swung into my frog, one of my frogs, and they killed the other frog with their face. So they are now, I'm at 29 health with a 4-3 and a 3-2. They're at 27 health with 1 Hunter Secret, which is either Bait and Switch, Explosive Trap, or Freezing Trap, and they still have their Living Stone, their Greedy Partner, and their Mole. So we have a few different options that we can do here. I don't think we're ready for tests yet. I'm going to start off with the Splash, see what we get out of that. We got Oaken Summons, gain 6 armor, summon a minion from your deck that costs 4 or less. I don't think we like that at all, at least not yet. So I'm going to do Bottled...
To the
that spell. The Bottled Shade Leaf, and I'm going to kill off their Living Stone. I'm going to run 3-2 and the 2-3. Oh, that's going to be a bait and switch. No, freezing. Okay, whoops. We're still going to kill off that. We're still going to kill off the thing with that Sandbox Scoundrel. We still have 5 mana left. What do we want to do? I think we're going to play out that Panther. And I think that's all we're going to do. This is a challenging deck to talk through all your plays. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, I'm saying that as an observational thing. And hopefully we learn a little bit by doing it. So right now they're at 27 health. They have 2 2-3s on. I have a 1-2 and a 3-2, excuse me. So they just weaponed. They killed their Blackrock Shovel, which gave them a pouch of coins. They played the 2 pouches of coins, and they played both coins.
This treasure ain't
Played
fit
an
for
additional
a
card. They
pirate.
played 2 bucks of coins, and they played the Electric Book and they cleared my board with the Watcher of the Sun traded evenly, and then Greedy Partner value traded with the Swashbuckler.
This is treasure.
They're going to play Sandbox for 1 mana version of Mini, and they're going to play Infinitize the Max because of course. Alright, so we just threw a Burrow Buster, which is fine. I'm going to mass production here. We'll see what we get. Alright, we got a Bounty Wrangler and a Breakdance, which is fine. What do we like here? I don't know if I need the Sandbox Scoundrel. I'm gonna Burrow Buster here. It's gonna generate a Fool's Azurite for us. So I'm gonna Fool's Azurite. I'm gonna take the Cult Neophyte. We have Hipster, Blood Mage, Thalanos, and Cult Neophyte. I am going to take the Cult Neophyte.
Muzzle their magic!
I could breakdance it, but I don't think that's the best use of my mana here. I have 1 mana left. I have 2 breakdances. I have a Sandbox Scoundrel. I could Sandbox Scoundrel and play the Bounty Wrangler and just
Quickly!
points. I think I'm going to do that.
Now this is treasure.
Freedom and weak!
The Sandbox Scoundrel. So now we're at 26 health. We have a 6-1, a 3-2, a 1-1, and a 3-4 on board. They have a 1-1, 2-2, and they're at 27 health with a dagger equipped. Alright, so their mini Sandbox Scoundrel into a Bounty Wrangler, and then they played Embracing Nature. And now they're infinitizing again to end their turn. One does. I'd like to see Ocean out. Battle Step's not the worst thing. I could play Tess out here. That might not be the worst thing, because we can definitely at least Shadow Step it or whatever. I don't know.
You have no idea what I'm capable of!
So we play Tess, we get Power of the Wild, so we get a 3-2, we do a mass production, we play another Power of the Wild, we have Velrock in hand, we picked up our mass production in hand. We killed them in with the Shade Leaf, 5 mana. 2 damage to one of our Panthers, which is fine. We are going to break dance this. And I am going to... Alright, I have a couple options here. I still have 1 mana left. I'm going to mass production again.
Quickly!
Alright, so this is brilliant. The wishing well. I probably should have avoided that because of the... I'm going to burn a card if I don't do something else. I don't want to really waste the coin. So we're going to burn a card. I'm probably going to burn a wishing well. I'm probably not going to be happy about that. But we have Velrock in hand, which has charge now. It got charged because we... I don't know how it got the charge already. Probably we just... Oh, well, I'm sure we... Oh, they're going to send a... They're going to send both the Frog and the Breakdance. They're playing a Velrock of their own. They're running it. And then they're going to Shadow Step their Ooh, a Shadow Step off of Infinitize the Maxitude. That's a great card for a rogue to generate, by the way. Lots of value.
Let the Badlands
And again, they're going to go face. Okay, we're just pickaxe, which is after you play a taunt. Play an Infinitize the Maxitude, generate some more value. We have a Wishing Well in hand. We can pick up Way of the Kid on Wishing Well, so that was pretty good.
My hand is full.
So they just played Thistle Tea, and we burned a card. What did we burn? We burned Bounce Around, featured by Garona, which of all things isn't the worst thing. We're going to play a coin, which we only have one coin at the moment. That gives us Snake Eyes. If we play that, we're gonna...
Looks like your luck is running out.
We drew a 4 and a 2. Royal Librarian, Origami Crane, and Freebird. I don't hate Origami Crane here, or I also don't hate the Royal Librarian. I think we'll take the Crane. And then we have card, which is from the scrap heap, Thistle Tea or Freeboat. Freeboater. I think we'll take the Thistle Tea. We are going to Origami Crane. Okay, can we do this?
Quickly!
Yeah, we're gonna Origami Crane. We're gonna run our breaking.
Quick and dull!
I'm going to also Shadow
Job done.
and pass the turn. So they're at 24 health with no minions on board. We're at 15 health with a 2-1 and a 4-3 with taunt.
I raise, you fold.
They just played a greedy partner. Hero power, which probably means they have some kind of way to buff their weapons. They're coining. Playing Might Drop, as one does. That does fill their hand. Now they're playing Stick Up, which they snap picked. A trolley problem. Sometimes a trolley problem or playing Powerful Shells, which deals all damage to enemy minions, repeat for each damage and then they has a Maxitude again. Alright. We just picked up a dart throw. So we can probably... Let's go ahead and swing here.
Justice is mine. That generated us... Ooh, Elise of the Badlands, which doesn't really help. We're going to play off... I raise, you fold.
That generates another coin. That gives us... Ooh, a King Plush, which we're going to hold in our hand for a minute. What else can we do here? We can Snake Eyes, but that would fill up our hand. We can Thistle Tea. That also kind of fills up our hand. We're going to play Elise here.
I didn't intentionally pursue leadership, but I find it quite
We're
quickly.
going to play our Thistle Tea. We can take 2 Fire and Flames,
Well
Whack
played.
and Knoll, or Pack the House. I'm going to take Pack the House.
Job done.
So we're at 12 health. We have our Wishing Well, our 2-3 Greedy Partner, and our 5-5 Elise. They're 24 health with the weapon equipped. They're going to kill command us. I have a feeling that they damage to get to the end because they did thank us. They play another kill command off this, which is really nice. And they have a fireball to finish this. And that's going to about do it for us. Let me turn the volume down here. And get back to our show notes. Oh, we must have closed them out. All right. Well, you can find me at Tito Santana HS on both Twitter and Twitch. You can email the show at Talkin Hearthstone, TALKIN Hearthstone @gmail.com. Remember that you can get an entry for our giveaway if you email the show and tell us which deck you would like to see. Remember, I am streaming all week at twitch.tv/Tito Santana HS, and we are going to be giving other opportunities to win the bundle, the standard bundle for Perils in Paradise, courtesy of Blizzard, courtesy of Amberflight Gaming. Shout outs this week. I'd like to shout out Blisterguy, obviously, for being a good sport and just a generally good person. I want to shout out Blizzard and Amberflight Gaming for giving me the opportunity to give away the bundle. And I'd also like to shout out Dragon Rider, who is the leader of Amberflight Gaming, who specifically gave me this opportunity. So thank you very much. We still don't have an actual sign out yet, so I'm just going to say for now, thanks for listening.